In our life, this is how we. He didn't want it to work, but it worked.
At least it is fast and it didn't go anywhere. You seem excited. What's exciting?
I'm not even sure. I think it's just the fact that we're recording. That's what
after like 2 years.
Only 2 years?
I know that it's like a month.
Yes.
That you've been here. And it's been it will be one of the most memorable months of my lifetime. Why? Because a lot has happened. This month can be compressed into a whole year.
Yes.
Because, from your journey. Okay, first of all, let's go to good life.
Yes.
To moments like this.
Yes. To laughing and throwing our heads back with reckless abandon because there's enough to cry about. So please.
A lot of things I like to celebrate, but just to life generally. Here's my sister.
Adding to that.
So we've been trying to do an aesthetically pleasing video and it's not working. But this is working.
Yeah.
Do you think it like that?
Yes. We're about to sleep. Now say.
Let's bring
this one life to Lagos.
Yeah, I feel like if I had money, I'll be going in and out of Lagos just to go and experience fun things and come outside. Yeah.
No. I was speaking to someone today. She just found out today that I've been in Abuja. So I answered that I've been here for almost a month. She's like, oh my god, you've been so old. Then she now calls me on the phone and all that. She now says, so I was with someone. So the person I was with was not saying that. They were saying, when they're planning to even bring her over to Abuja to stay. I said, my people want me to move to Abuja. And she said, why? We want you in Lagos. I said, that people will I don't know that. She said, that's what she told me.
But you look like a Lagosian.
No, I don't have the energy really.
That's what you think. I feel like you just
said to
apply yourself.
The hustle and bustle. I want some serenity.
I don't have money for serenity.
It's just money, but serenity. I want it.
And I think because I live in a very serene environment and I almost went mad. But it's low key. It's not like it was something very apparent. I watched a lot of TV, a lot of talk shows. I think that helped my vocabulary too. But I just felt it gets tiring. When you have the quiet over and over and over, there are two things it does for you. You learn to live with yourself. Then you discover, do you love yourself? Do you hate yourself? If you love yourself, fantastic. If you don't love yourself, you start working on things that will make you love yourself. Like when I make decisions, I say at the end of the day, I'll bear the consequence. Because at night, when I want to sleep, I kind of reflect on all the things I've done that day, and I'm like, you didn't try here. Oh, you should have said this. You should have said that. Or in the shower. So those moments of solitude enables me to know or reflect on things I want for myself and things I don't. Like what Pastor Femi said. Like you actively pursue. Like if you can have hope. How did he say that? But there were a lot of messages. I can't quote him verbatim, but I know that those are the times you determine that these are the steps that I will take to achieve this goal. Like I won't get this, I won't get, but sometimes life gets in the way. But one thing I know, I think is one of my strengths is that I don't know how to give up. Like I can't say I'll give up, I will do it. But it takes time. I also procrastinate a lot and I've been looking at it, it's terrible. So where do you see yourself in 5 years?
That question didn't say anything. I think that it made me dread that question. I still take care of.
What do you imagine your life would be? Or what was your life 5 years ago? Comparison to now.
Oh, 5 years ago, I was very dependent. I didn't have the independence that I have now. I remember 5 years ago, vividly. I remember where I was. I was because I smiled a lot, so people thought I was living my best life, whatever that meant. But I was going through it. So 5 years ago, I was living with people, and by people, it wasn't just one. 5 years ago, I moved. I wasn't just one set of people. I remember it was 5 years ago. I moved from one point to the other, and it felt like being back in retrospect. It looked like I moved from. It's not supposed to be fire banter. No, I'm not going to call the second one fire, but on another scale. I moved from one problem to a different kind of another problem. You understand? The problem I had faced in the other place was not the type that I was facing in the other place. Would I have chosen any of the problems if I'm asked to choose? No. No one was easy.
No, but which one was easier? I think the second problem was easier.
Yes.
Because you could somewhat avoid it.
Yeah, I can.
But the first one was an energy.
Yes. And
it was an energy. I was draining.
Yes.
The second one was just a factor.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, that's.
But I know, I understand. But in that time, did you imagine that 5 years time you would have the freedom to like up and go to Abuja and stay?
No, and I'll be able to
and be moving your flights like.
understand?
I don't want to say again. I'm not going to say
Do you understand? No, I would never have thought that.
So that's what I'm telling you. So that's
what do you? 5 years later, my life has changed. Maybe not as geometrically as I would think, but I'm not even going to blame any external factor entirely. Maybe I have a role to play too. I do have a role to play, so I know that I'm not exerting as much as I should of myself. I know that, so that's why I just feel like you're not applying yourself as much as you should. But I think I'm also very skeptical about how much of me. I'm supposed to be an extrovert. I'm supposed to be somebody who is out there, meeting people, talking, because without hosting or just doing things that people see me. But part of me does not want to be seen. Yeah, part of me does not really want to be seen. So that part of me is struggling with the part of me that needs to do what she needs to do to be seen.
Do you think that's part of you is an imposter? The part that doesn't want to be seen?
Is there? Not necessarily. There's that. I find that a lot. There's that. But then there's also a part of me that feels like I don't want people to. I want just to be able to disappear. I just want to be able to maybe come outside. That's the thing. Now I just want. There's a problem. I wish I could make money without. I wish I could make money on code. I don't know if you get what I mean. Because, but I don't think God created me to be somebody who existed in the shadows. The person He's created me to be, I know I'm not supposed to. Most of my strengths, most of my talents are external talents. Are talents that require me meeting people, me talking to people. So I know that He didn't create me to be somebody who would function in the shadows. But so a part of me which is that I can, so that I don't have to. I will be able to choose when I want to just. Be with people, and it's got worse as I got older. I just don't have strength to deal with people anymore, and I'm usually a people person. So, and then maybe when I get because now I feel happier because I'm in a place where I'm not feeling so much obligation to perform. So I didn't feel a need to just be a leader. But yeah, over the weekend, I think on Saturday, I had to reach out to my group, and because the same thing, because my sister called me and said. You just said you're forgetting that you actually that I have children. I don't ever agree. I'm too young to have children. So she said that thing. She said you should say something to your people. I said okay. So I went to the group and I said the voice note. Hi, I have not forgotten. Of course I haven't forgotten them, but I just the person that I just to be a bit carefree and I've been thinking about what I want to transition into after this vacation, right? Like I said in that.
Okay, you want to have your identity?
No, not really. Not really, but I just kept asking myself, okay, do I want to go back to what I was doing before? What am I going to do differently? Like, I don't want to go back to routine, to mundane. What am I going to do differently and how do I get about it? I've been in my head, all of that. That's what my thoughts have been drifting to. I intend to have a better, fresh perspective to life, touching lives as I was created to, making more money, of course, and hopefully, found the love that I crave. One where my heart feels like home.
Okay. I had a question, but there's no need.
What's the question? What do you mean there's no need?
Like, what if you don't find the love that you think your heart craves? What then happens?
But wait up. Those that wait upon the Lord. Because I really want to be happy. Happiness is it. I want to be. I've said this before. I say it again. I crave to be happier than I crave to be married. I like love. I love love. I like to be loved. I'm a butterfly in the stomach kind of love girl. And a quick catch flies. I want to be happy. So you 5 years, aside not being in this country because I don't want to be here. I know.
Like, I don't want to be here. Like where I am. I think mentally, where I was 5 years ago, have shifted. I used to be more enthusiastic 5 years ago. But over the course of last year, I started feeling like, help me and check, will I make it? Let's look. And I mean it, every time I say that, I mean it because I feel like the hustle and bustle, I never end. But When I then look back, I say, okay, that wasn't so bad. And I found out with the way things will plan things in our head, never ever ever happens that way.
Never. Today was an example.
It gets done, but not just in the way we imagine. So that makes me imagination. I no longer imagine like, okay, so this is how it should be, this is how it should be. No, I just look at the results and I'm looking at that outcome, like that's the end goal, not the process. Anyway, anyhow, the process, any bad words will still make it out. Like, I'm sure of that. God sent on the universe, anyone. God,
don't the universe. God, please.
The universe makes everything align, right? Like the people you need, the opportunities you need, per time they come, right? There was a stuff that I got a feeling to learn. I didn't do it because I procrastinated, but when the opportunity came, then I realized that was why I needed to do that thing when I needed to do it. But I still did it. I'm always winging it. I hope my life has more structure in 5 years. For me, right? I hope that most of my dreams have come to pass. Like maybe I finally published book I want to write. And it's not like it's like a guide, more like what I hope that pans out this year. I hope I'm happier. Like in the true sense of the word happy. And I look at my life and I feel it's full. I hope that the people I love can be able to tell that I do love them, not just in words, but that they feel it. I hope that my life has more meaning. Like, I know my life already has meaning and I have depth, but I just hope that to me, that it has more meaning, right? I hope that I'm able to afford a lot of things, so very key. Because I like to be having vacations when I can. Yeah. Basically, if I see myself in 5 years as a pro in one of many things I do. Yeah. I see myself happier, I see myself more graceful and all the works, right? Anything that comes, sha. Vibes and inshallah.
Yeah. I'm going to ask you the question that you've asked me off camera.
What I carry? I didn't know why.
It's not alcohol. What if the love that you're expecting does not come in the form that you expected?
Over the years, I've learned that I demanding another thing they happen. I hope I'm able to recognize the love that I need when I need it. I hope I'm able to get behind myself, get over myself, get under myself. Anything shall remove my feelings from the way and know that this is what it is, for what it is, and not my imagination. Like, I hope I realize that this is not Cinderella movie. This is real life. And it might not be that, but this is what you need. This is it. Just that it's not happening the way you think it's happening, but this is it, and accept it. And I think it will be transformational. Because if there's anything I know is that reality jars me every time. Like, you keep thinking something will go to you. Why not now? I'm very optimistic. That's my problem. Like, what could go wrong? Why wouldn't it go right? Like, I'm not one of those people that. But I find that trying to be a pessimist made life very sad. I would have taken my life. I'm saying this thing before God and man. Living with fear and pessimism makes life unbearable for me. So it's the optimism that makes me wake up, put one foot in front of another, and keep it going. So yeah, the chiga way chioma. And I try to find pockets of joy in something. Like the other day I was craving fish. I ate it.
Yeah, I admired you for that. I don't know, maybe because you're someone who, if you feel certain way, that's why you've always asked me when I'm in Port like when I'm feeling certain way, like what's my comfort food that I really don't have. So I can't just there's something I can't relate with craving.
I don't like fish like that. There are times
you just there you are like,
but that was what I felt like. I'm just in that moment
to feel those kind of things. I envy that you people can feel it. I don't usually just stay and be feeling
I don't know what happened, but I feel like there's something like Norma knows. Norma, what's it? When I was in AFSU. Oreos, Neros, that fake Oreos biscuit, Neros, I loved it. So that girl one day, that's one of the reasons why I love her. Like I love people that get me. She bought like more 20. It was a ridiculous amount. I think she was celebrating my graduation or my birthday. One thing, but it was so funny at the same time. It was the cutest thing because I was really buying that biscuit now. Just the way I like Fab. And I bought one Fab just for the plots because they've outpriced me with Fab. But there are things that I find that at a time I'm liking this thing. I'm liking this thing. So I go for it. Like in that moment, there's this joy. It's temporal.
It's okay.
It's temporal, yeah. But I just feel I can have it. I might not have the $10 billion I'm craving, but I can eat the biscuit. It's 500 naira. Do you get? And in that small time, life is bearable.
True. Okay.
In that moment, life is bearable. Like I find, even with frustration and overwhelm, if I eat, I have more clarity. Not because I think like maybe it sends glucose up my brain. I don't know what it does, but
I think it releases dopamine.
Maybe, but there's something it does for me when I eat, or when I have something that I like. Maybe I'm craving sweet, savory, sour, whatever it is I'm craving at the time. If I can satisfy that urge, like there's hope in the moment that.
Sorry, this is an aside. Anytime I hear urge, satisfy an urge, I remember I don't know where it was. I want to copyright that urge. So anyway, satisfy urge. I just satisfy urge in my head.
You know, you can't blame people. If you find someone mispronouncing a word that they know the meaning, they're using it in the context, but they read it. And I always give them accolades because
like that. I read more. I read a lot growing up as a child.
But when growing up, when I started to read, it was already the internet. So I would always go and conversations were a thing for me. My dad didn't read it. Conversations were when my dad would say head, he would say head. So but you know he read it. He encouraged me to, if you ask him something, say ask your dictionary. I'll say you don't know it, you say go and ask it. And he encouraged me to want to know things. So I always ask. When I knew Google, my God.
But even with Google, I still don't remember to go check correction in Google. I check it with a dictionary and then transcription.
Yes,
transcription. Because I paid attention when we did English. I can never forget. Just one E. Number 1 E. The 20 vowel sound. 12 monophthong. It was 20. 12 monophthong, 8 diphthongs.
I wasn't paying attention. They don't teach us like that.
So number 1 E, number 2 E, number 3. If I start reciting, I remember everything.
Okay, but so I know that there's American pronunciation, and sometimes I defer to that.
Yeah, I know.
I defer to American pronunciation. I think it's cool.
No, I feel like it's even vernacular of English.
No, all those one are gonna.
Yes.
No, but I feel like there are some pronunciations that I just like. I like when Black Americans talk. I feel like I'm more relatable to them than the British.
Because your color.
Yes,
I swear my color.
I better to look like them. Really, I feel like the British are more uptight.
True.
Americans are. They give me the vibe that is the pro version of me. Does it make sense? And I think maybe because I've watched more of their movies too. So
I don't even have a lot of Black British movies, do they? You think they'll come out searching just to see Black British movies?
They are very similar. They don't when they are pursuing shifts. How will they make movies?
God. There's that. So
yeah.
I don't know if it, but one thing life has taught me that I'm capable of a lot of things. I'm capable of loving stupid people. I know that's the stress, but I'm capable of loving people that I thought I couldn't love.
You have capability to love stupid.
Love stupid, please scratch that. I have the capability to love. I realized that I have the capability to love people that I thought I couldn't. Like I thought I knew what I thought were deal breakers. So I've learned never say never. Life has taught
No, as you grow older, now it's like a key.
Yes.
K for constant, never say never, because you'll be never like never.
Yeah.
Like immediately you don't say never, you wait for it.
You just start coming.
It starts.
So that's what made me think of it, is because of that question you asked me. So I've always known, maybe I don't even know what package I'm expecting anymore, but of course my eye like what is pleasing. I know that I'm always going to. But
You have to feed first.
yes, I feed. Now I the first job. And then there's that. But then I'm not checking what is inside. Measures to what is outside. But I've come to realize. That's why when a friend of mine said I always put myself. Why do I always put myself? He even said, I said because it helps me to give people grace. So when I realized that, you're not perfect, so why expect you cannot expect first stuff. So it just helped me excuse people and then know that okay, we can do this and we can do so. I sort of know that I'll be able to navigate it when it comes.
Does that mean that you're not who you think you are?
I am exactly who I think I am.
Like you feel like I can't take this, I can't take that, you start taking it.
There's some things I know that I can't take, but there's some things maybe the older you get, you realize this show what I can care like that. That's it. You just begin to be very, just like mothers or parents, the way they raise the first child, when they now give birth to the last one, by that time they don't go tired. They're like, you know what?
No, they've already raised who we raised the rest.
Do you understand? Yes.
Yeah, don't raise it.
Exactly. So all of that too.
How would you say that our relationship have grown from the first year we met when I came to ABSU and now
the village?
The year I'm just talking about here, like within the time, because we had just met then a few months later I came to school.
It has. I'm sure that the people who knew when we met in the village will be wondering, like every time that I post, because I do more of the posting, and they say, they'll be like, I probably wonders what goes to them, and I don't care. I wish I did, but I don't care. Maybe that's why I've never really brought it up, but it has really grown immeasurably, and it has grown in leaps and bounds, and we have grown with it. So it's just been. And every time you realize, and one of the things that being with you this song also reminded me of is what I've always known, that things maximize your marriage. Yeah, so a lot of
rolling my eye in case you are
I know. So it's things with minds, and then you just realize that. But there's something you said to me, and then it's one of the things that keeps me or holds me it's not a bad thing. It was when you said something like you would say something like I'll paraphrase, but something along the lines of, say, even if you fight, then you're here or something, something about this, even if you fight that. Because me, the way I told you, I don't like confrontation, so I don't know fight. I'll tell that, see, for this kind of way we'll fight, I don't know how to come back from this thing. I'll just like, I don't want to fight like this again.
And that means you can break up with me.
That's not what I'm saying. But because you said it, that even if you fight, you're not going to
the Lord that fights my battle.
So that makes me understand that when you're being an ass, there's still hope for it.
Yes, baby.
Yeah, because sometimes you do something and I'm like, don't be to break up with this girl.
You annoyed me too.
Yes, I know.
You look like that.
I'm the one that love my teachers.
Like, when you're far from something and you're thinking it's not my problem, but when it's in front of you and it's actually your problem.
Yes.
But I think over the years I've watched, because I know they watch myself normally, I've watched you grow and you've become too many people, but you're becoming yourself. Do you understand? Like a butterfly, it's going from cocoon. Oh my God! It's going from a cocoon and it's forming. And I think I'm going to be here to watch you become your best self. There was a time I had a vision of you. I just had a vision. No,
you didn't see me serious now.
No, it's serious now. It's serious now.
You had a vision of what the ministry.
I told you that time, and you were just doing things, right? I was so
getting things done.
Mini skirts,
and
you were going.
Love it. That's me.
You were just doing things.
That's me.
You saw me. I was just grinning.
That's me.
I was just grinning like I know how. I don't know.
This is a moment bet. You know I know her. I can call her.
Let me tell you people something. Let me call her.
Let me call her. I used to say that if I ever became the president of Nigeria, this is the one person that does not have regard for me.
No, like, so I rate you so much now. I still rate you.
You know, when everybody was chatting, I said, let's see, you'll be like, like, you will turn your back. You in front of them, you might want them to think you're a good person. So you'll be people.
Okay, so now you're calling me a pretender. There are the people, they don't rate you. But yeah.
But once it's just done, you'll be like, I need 2 years to see an I don't know what you say.
I want to use this video but apologize for all the things I might have done, like Akon, and all the things I'll do. Because as we go, we don't even know how our actions and inactions. I've watched these couple of days interactions, and I'm just like me living my casual life, and the girl is boiling. I cannot breathe though. But I say, well, I will breathe. You get, but I've seen the way it affects and annoys you, and I pray for you deeply that you understand that as much as you love people and you give your life for them, you are still your own person. That their life or their choices doesn't directly affect your own. No matter how much your life and the other person's life is entangled, they are still your own person. At the end of the day, Cheedema, what did you do? Not Cheedema, Choma, stand here, Cheedema alone. You get, so I find that people's behavior, responses, reactions gets to you a lot more, and I'm like, girl, I had nothing like this thing. You know, they say all of far, like where my mind is when I said this thing and where your mind are carried it to, they are like two parallel lines. But I hope that you truly find peace in and of yourself. Do you understand that you're able to self-regulate? It's something I've prayed, that you understand that even if I see you and squeeze face, concern me that I'm 1 week old. Do you get like, no, now, because why are you squeezing your face up and down? Life is short too, right? After you lose somebody, you become a philosopher. I'm not trying to be philosophical, but you're not supposed to carry the word and type it on your chest. This message is for me too, because I used to take it seriously, but I promise you it's never that deep, right? It's never that deep. Yes, I still want you to take this seriously, have to take me seriously, but it's never deep. When I keep saying that's like my go-to slang, it's not that deep, because it really isn't. You see somebody that you think, oh, again, I'll show you, then you see that person helpless, lifeless, and you're wondering, I don't have anything to show you. There's no, I was just playing, or I was just annoyed, right? So I don't even know where I was going with this one. Rant over. Rant over,
but I hear you.
Yeah.
I hear you. And I've seen you go from dependent to independent.
Who was I depending on?
Family.
I still depend on those small. I still depend on the love of my life.
Oh my God. You know, but like I mean, these past few weeks I've seen you try to manage situations, your work and all of that. Scattered, yeah, they're very scattered. You do need that structure, but I've seen you do things out of your comfort zone, and I'm like, interesting. Like I'm glad I'm here to see it, you know, and all of that. Well, as much as you like to think you are, but I've seen you very sweet people, and I'm like, I said, no, where is the devil behaving like this? So
cheers to more about this. Try me and see.
You know, so it's pleasant and it's fulfilling to see and to watch whatever it's.
Thank you. I try not to I find that there are two extreme parts. I try to always find the balance. There's a part of me I hate to see, and that's that wicked side. Like there's no need to. It's like in Isukwado would say, "Obi lariago."
Yes.
Obi tariamine. It can be. I don't know, for lack of a better word, dark.
Yeah. Okay.
Nothing. Like I'm not there. I don't care, and I mean it. But that thing they say, an eye for an eye. Right? Yeah. Makes the whole world blind. Yeah, but you know, I sadly believe in eye for eye. Collect my eye, I collect two. But then I also know that there was a day, I think it was the scriptures, And I felt so bad and remorseful about it, because who am I to think that I have the power to do and undo? What can I create? Do you get? Like, it's a slight to the creator that I feel like I'll show you. Somebody had offended me and I was thinking up of ways to really deal with them. And I just heard in my tracks that, okay, so you know better than this person, but you want to do it because... I said, but they hurt me. But you understand why they did it out of their ignorance. But you want to ignore and if there's anyone, you want to intentionally hurt somebody that unintentionally hurts you. Are you better than them? And it's still hard though. But God is helping me. That's what I can say. God is helping me. Yeah. So let's talk about religion.
Hey!
You all know one?
No, I don't think.
Okay, we have tried though.
We have.
So when this one is done, I think this video will wrap up.
Yes, because
I had
to like it. I got the ticket. He supposed to be equally 1 hour.
Almost 40 something.
Okay. That's what the day in my life looks like.
So somebody was asking, what are you people gossiping? Who saw that video? I said it's okay. And he was asking what I do. I said, don't forget. We gossip a lot. We were saying something.
We will not remember, but we
when we did.
Yeah, what's that video we made in that birthday party? That was the video we were
but say I just had something to say, you know.
Oh my God. So you said let's talk about religion. What do you want to talk about? Religion.
What has your perception about church been from now and say 5 years ago?
You know, a few days ago, I was just thinking, I was in my thoughts, and I said I was going to make a post when I'm able to gather myself together and say how nobody prepares us, young girls actually, for... I think I was inside the toilet when it came about this. Yeah, so I was like, you know how you're young, then you give your life to Christ, and then you want to serve God, you want to stay away from the things of the world, whatever that is, just to be with God. So you're like, okay, so let me get into church where God's other children are. Let's all sing Kumbaya to our Lord and Master Savior together. Nobody prepares you to raise your guard up, or nobody gives you a shield to protect you from God's other children. That's what I call church people outside. God's other children. Exactly. Yes. So yeah. So as I was saying, nothing prepares young girls that you need to be protected or need to be prepared to know that the streets of church has streets too. Like pearly gates, the street of heaven. The heavens will get streets, but I'm just trying to say that while you run away from outside, you come into church and you let your guard down because you thought you're with familiar people. But
I you leave your guard.
Do you get? So yes, and I was very young. Didn't you leave your guard? Let's go there. When you play your video, you go, yeah, you get plenty where you go talk, I'll take a sip so I don't correct you. That's what I did. So yes, I said that intentionally. But I was very young.
I don't even know what you're on about.
Okay, so I didn't know that I got a lot of, awakening. That okay. Everybody here, before they didn't tell us from the beginning that church was a hospital. It was later in life they decided to tell us that church is a hospital. But at the beginning, nobody said that, so that we would know that okay, I had to everybody here, So what I thought about church, and up then, and what I thought about church now is that everybody will be fine. Don't kill yourself. Yeah. Because I know me before would never have been able to just up and me before I never have been able to just up and went. Well, a lot of things have happened in a couple of years that have taught me that everybody will be alright. So that you're not offending God if you try to look for other stuff. I'll find.
This babe told me that I had fallen off the wagon.
Yes, I said that because you're not. You know why I said it?
I don't know why. Out of the blue.
I said that because you've changed churches a couple of times, and some of them were because of stuff that happened. That I told you that you did not have staying power. That's what I said. No, I don't know. Okay.
You said me and somebody.
Yes.
Our falling off. There's that word now. Our backslided.
No, I use backslid a lot. I didn't say it for myself that backslided.
You meant it.
That. No, that was different. I said you people don't have staying power. I was shocked.
No, it wasn't. I don't even remember that.
That's what I said. I said
it wasn't. It was the backsliding. That's because.
No, I said you because you don't have staying power because you just. Because you did the choice. You see, me, I stopped at work in university. You went all the way down. So, are we going to talk about that? You went all the way. See, I will have to say they really share.
No, it's
that's literally what you did.
Just because when I do stuff, I do it with my heart.
We're saying the same thing.
I didn't go all the way.
You went all the way.
But the truth that I feel about religion is in Nigeria.
Yeah.
It's like a cult. I don't want to ever lose my relationship with my father, and that's why at my journey now, I still want to remember that God is my father and not somebody that just gives people. It's not Father Christmas, right? Like, he's my maker. How do I put it? What church taught me was if you stay hungry, if you put on a performance, that there was something that was going to come out of it. Nothing comes out of it, right? But I find that when our relationship is good, like I feel like we did, like my guy, we might not talk, but we're not fighting. Yeah. I don't talk often, but I still feel like I know his voice. He hears my own voice. But the performance, like I don't have to perform. I feel like a lot of what church taught me, there's a performance, and I see it happen. I'm just like, you should be playing. Don't worry, we'll meet in front. Right? Like, I pray that, I hope, whatever, that people don't lose themselves in the service of religion and forget the relationship they should have with God, their Father, and forget that each of us have our own destiny, each of us have our own assignment. Never allow anybody drag you into their own personal assignment. Find the assignment, do your own, right? I always believe that we all came here individually. There are people that guide us, hold our hands while we walk through. But let's not, because they are holding our hand, be doing their own assignment and think we owe them that loyalty, or because they've been here for us, like at the core, right? That's why I love a teaching church. Teach me to know who I am through the eye of the Lord, if it makes sense. Because I found that it became more transactional. What have God done? What will God do? What is God doing? Than who God is.
Well, I also think that I've never had to perform. That's the thing. People might be performing in church, but I've never had to perform. I've always been myself. Every person that I am is who I am. You know, that's why when some people
when
some people, wonder what is it about, you don't want to do whatever, you are going to stress because if that's not you, it's not you. But this is me. Whoever it is that you see people like, or what it is they like about me, which I don't even know what that is. You're the one who always tells me what is there to like. I don't know that. But I've never felt the need to perform. I've never felt like perform. Like anytime they want me to perform, that's where we're having problem. Because I'm like, I'm not going to do this, people. This is the much I can do. And I will do it. So, I get you. Well, God will help us all. Religion is bad. Like, we'll see what Pastor Femi was saying. He has talked about religion and the way it tears people apart anyway. But God is our Father, and I'm sure that He's not always waiting for us to make mistake and strike us or whatever. Yeah, that's the thing I like about my pastor. My pastor will always tell you, you are not my customer. That you should know God for yourself, know the God of your father. The same way that Abraham told Isaac, I mean Isaac told Jacob, know the God of your father. I think Abraham told Isaac, know the God of your father. So it's important that we all know God for ourselves. So somehow we will be fine.
That's it, guys. We have come to the end of this video. If you enjoyed it, please share with us what you particularly enjoyed in the comment section. And from CHEDEENMA and BRILLMOND, enjoy your holiday. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year in advance. Bye.